Becoming a mom has taught me a lot of things, and one of those being that whenever I have a moment to get some cleaning done, I'm going to take advantage of that. And so if you have anything on your to-do list that you need to get done today, maybe cleaning, organizing, just checking some stuff off, let's get it done together. Good morning. I actually was going to be filming a declutter with me video today, but my husband and I are also going to spend 4 days up in Vermont with my mother-in-law, and we leave later this afternoon when he gets home from work. Are you up from your nap and you want attention? And I was like in my mind, like, okay, I need to clean, I need to get myself ready, I need to pack, I need to film all my declutter clips because if I want the video to go up Sunday, sorry. So I figured, why don't I just take you along with the cleaning instead and the packing, because I have to do that anyways, and then the decluttering video can go up next week. I can do that when we get home. While there was nothing more I would have loved to do in that moment than just sit on the couch and lie with Louie, there was way too much to get done. So we're popping him in his little swing. My mom got him this. He loves it. And let's spend the day together cleaning, packing, and just getting stuff done. First things first, I had to pop this load of laundry in the washing machine, and then it was time to pump. Louie was sitting in his little baby Bjorn bouncer. I was watching Selling the OC season 4 and getting some pumping done, but then of course I end up just playing with Louie most of the time. This little reindeer that sings Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer has been like one of his favorite toys lately. I think it's so cute watching him play with that. But then once I did some pumping, Callie finally came downstairs for her breakfast. So first I let her outside so she could go potty. It's getting very chilly in the morning here. Like I said, I'm in Vermont right now while I'm doing the voiceover, and it actually snowed last night. We have not gotten any snow in Connecticut, and it is a little bit rare that we get snow in Connecticut before Christmas. And so it was so nice to wake up this morning to some snow on the ground. It just feels so festive. And then making Callie's breakfast, I always like to add in something to make it a little bit more tasty for her. So today I had some peas, carrots, green beans, and corn. She absolutely loves this breakfast. And then I'm going ahead and making mine for the morning. Side note, these, I think Sola, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but this is protein bread. Each slice has 10 grams of protein. And between nursing, my body needs a lot of food. Plus today we got a lot of productive stuff to get done. So I really want to make sure that I'm fueling my body. So 2 slices of this with some eggs has been like my go-to breakfast lately. I don't know if you can really tell from the clips, but Louie's sitting on the floor in his baby Bjorn bouncer, and I'm kind of like talking him through everything that I'm doing. Obviously, he has no idea what I'm saying, but I just think it's like he's watching me and he's definitely absorbing everything that's going on. Now, something that I'm in the market for, and I'd love your opinion on, is a high chair. I've been doing a ton of research to kind of like see which one I want to get. The number one that I keep kind of going back to is the Mocking Chair high chair. It seems practical. It seems easy to use. It's very like, it looks very nice, and I like how it can grow with him and it becomes more of like a stool and a seat and all of that as he gets bigger. But there's so many on the market. So I'm curious if you have any recommendations for a specific one that you've used and really love. Alrighty, breakfast has been eaten and it is now time to clean. We're starting off in the living room, and obviously you can see I hadn't changed yet. I will say most mornings I'm pretty good about changing into something more put together first thing. I just find that that is a really great habit to keep me like productive for the day. Even if I'm just hanging around all day, it just makes me feel better. But clearly this morning that didn't happen. Although you will see in a short little bit we do end up changing. And Louie joins us for the cleaning as well. Ooh, I just had an idea. So I want to add a segment into my weekly cleaning videos that's like I share a rule for the week that you should follow. Now, this week's rule is going to be getting at least a little bit ready every single morning. If you already do that, that's great, but I know it can be a little challenging. So this week's goal is every single morning you're going to get at least a little bit ready. Leave an outfit out the night before. That's going to make it so much easier, and maybe have like your makeup pieces that you plan to use set up really neatly. If you plan to put on makeup, I mean, that's obviously not a must, but I find that if I put a little mascara, a little concealer, and a little bit of eyebrow gel, I just feel 10 times better. So that's the rule for the week. Every morning, get yourself a little ready. Now at this point, Louis was getting a little fussy. He was ready to go be changed. So I'm grabbing him, and this was the perfect opportunity for, as we just talked about, me to change myself as well. And he also was not in the mood to be put down. So I put on this wild bird carrier. They sent this to me a few weeks ago, and I absolutely love it. Highly recommend. I will have it linked below. This isn't sponsored or anything, but I'm a huge fan now that I've tried it. A little lesson that I want to share that I learned the hard way. I mean, I've learned it many times, but I was reminded of it today, is that it is not a good idea to watch a show while cleaning, because as you can see here, and I didn't even realize I was doing this, I got so distracted by watching it. That's why I tend to like watching like a clean with me video, or sometimes I'll listen to music, but to be honest, I'm typically watching a clean with me video on YouTube. I just find that helps me stay motivated way longer, and I get way less distracted because I just feel like I'm cleaning along with somebody. And not total side note, but I hope that that's what my videos can be for you as well. Now, another segment that I actually want to bring back, this is one that I used to do in all my cleaning videos, and that is the quote of the video. So today's quote is actually by Taylor Swift. Whether you like her, you don't, this quote, I love her, by the way, but whether you do or you don't, this is probably one of my favorite quotes and messages that I think everybody needs to remember. And that is, the worst kind of person is someone who makes you feel bad, dumb, or stupid for being excited about something. I was actually talking about this with my husband the other day. I forget how we got on the topic, but he was talking about how he loves it when somebody's super passionate about something, regardless of if it's something that he's interested or not. And that's what made me think of the quote by Taylor Swift, and I brought it up because it's so true. I mean, unfortunately, there are a lot of people who, if you're talking and getting really excited about something, maybe they think it's too basic or too cliche or maybe even weird, and so they kind of roll their eyes or they act annoyed. And I just think that's so ridiculous. You don't have to sit there and have a 2-hour conversation with somebody about something, but what you definitely should not do is put them down in any way for getting excited about whatever it is that they're talking about. So if you ever experience this, just remember that is completely a them problem. It has literally nothing to do with you. Of course, there's a time and place for everything, but in general, you should never feel like you need to tone down your excitement for something because it's bothering somebody else.
You give me hope, something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side.
Super random fun fact about myself, and I'm curious if this is the same for you, but over the past little bit, I have become somebody who cannot do dishes, whether it's one dish or 50, without gloves on my hands. Not only do I not like having to touch the dirty dishes with my hands, maybe that's a little dramatic, but it's just not enjoyable, but also when I have gloves on, I can turn the water all the way to the hottest heat. When I'm hand washing dishes, obviously I want the water as hot as possible, and when I'm wearing gloves, I can do that. Oh, and Louis just sneezed. Bless you, bud. Today was a massive laundry day. All of these are clean bins of laundry, and there's actually more clean laundry that was in the dryer. So we got a lot of folding to do, but starting off by bringing them all upstairs. This was Louis sitting in his crib in his little chair watching the mobile. So freaking cute. And we're starting off by folding Louis's clothes. I don't know if it's that they're smaller, probably, and obviously it's a lot easier to put them away, but I do enjoy folding Louis's clothes a lot more than my own. And then I also realized it made way more sense to just pack as I go. So I grabbed the beige carrier. I absolutely love this thing. I have it in both the bigger size and the carry-on size, and the bigger one is the one I use as Louis's bag whenever we go away for the weekend. When it comes to packing for a baby, I've learned there is no such thing as packing too much. I'd much rather have more clean clothes than I need than run out of clean clothes when I actually need them. So of course I can do laundry at my mother-in-law's house, but it's still just easier to have a surplus of outfits on hand for Louis. You'll notice Callie comes in running. That's because she heard the zipping. She has learned that whenever she hears a zipper of a suitcase or a bag, chances are it means we're going for a CARRIDE. And I spell it out because she's sitting on the bed behind me. And if I say the word now, she'll get super excited and start wagging because she'll think that means we're going for one right now. But that is like her literal favorite thing in the world. That and SWIMMING. That's another word that she knows very well. I have to say, anybody who ever claims that dogs are not smart, you're not very smart yourself. I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Guess I'm just too scared to settle down. There'd be many nights I got too high and almost left town. But there's something about you I like, about you I like. I get too drunk and too scared and lie to you. If only you knew I would die for you. One of us gotta say the obvious. Nobody loves me better. Nobody loves me better.
So the bedroom was actually not really that messy, but I did want to quickly tidy up because we have a ton of laundry to do. The bed wasn't made. There were a few things on the floor, some dirty clothes that I had to throw in the hamper, my hairbrush, just some random odds and ends out. So I'm picking that up. And then we can tackle the very large pile of laundry that I have to fold. I find that even when I'm on top of doing multiple laundry loads a week, I don't necessarily do one every single day. I tried to, but I'd say most days I'm doing it at least one load. It still somehow just piles up between Tim and I, and then now Louie. There's just always so much laundry to do. Now, one thing that I will say, I know when we were downstairs, I talked about how I do not recommend watching a show while cleaning, but instead something that you don't really need to be looking at the screen to get what's going on. But the only exception for me, at least, is when I am doing laundry. Then I find that watching a show on the TV, it just makes it go by so much faster. And right here, I was watching Selling the OC. Love this show. I feel like lately there have been so many good reality shows coming out between the new season of Selling Sunset, Selling the OC. I'm currently watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives season 3, which is nice because these days taking care of Louie and nursing and between all of that, just being more tired from taking care of a baby, I definitely find that I watch more TV than I had in the past. Now, we started off by packing up Tim's suitcase, and fun gift idea because I found these. I got these for him years ago. Get a pair of boxers, or I mean, it could be any clothes, shirt, sweater, I don't know, whatever, socks, and then put the person's face on, or put your face on it, or maybe like their pet's face, something like that. I don't honestly remember where I got these, but I feel like if you go to Etsy and type in like personalized socks with face, you're going to get a million options. So fun little gift idea. Now, packing for myself, I recently got these portable hanging shelves, like packing cube kind of things, where you hang it up in your closet, you put all of your clothes in, and then you can fold it, pop it in your suitcase, and when you get to wherever you're going, you just hang it up and everything's already organized. And this is such a game changer. Tim and I come up to Vermont a pretty decent amount because his mother-in-law lives up here, and so instead of living out of a suitcase when we come up, I'm so excited about these shelves that are just going to make it so much easier. I'm definitely somebody who, when I find something I love from a brand, I become very brand loyal. And a couple years ago for my birthday, Tim got me that green baize bag that we used for Louie's clothes. So then last year when Tim and I went on our honeymoon, I needed a new luggage set and I got it all from Baize. I got the carry-on suitcase as well as the mini version of the bag that he had gotten me because this one can actually be used as a personal item on a plane. So this little set I'm obsessed with. And then I'm just taking a minute to put all the clothes we didn't pack back into the closet. Next on my packing to-do list is ensuring that the diaper bag is fully stocked up. And this is your reminder, if you're a parent, to go check the extra outfits that you have in your diaper bag, because I went in there and the outfits that I had were like for when he was 3 months, or they're not, I mean, he's only 4 months, but he's outgrown all of his 3 months clothes for the most part. At his 4-month appointment, he is in the 97th percentile height-wise. So he's a tall boy, and a lot of his clothes now, he's wearing the 6 to 9 months outfits, and they fit him in length like perfectly, but then the arms are a little bit short. It's really cute. So I just kind of roll the arms up, but just make sure that those outfits, extra outfits, are still fitting your baby, because it's kind of ridiculous how quickly they grow out of stuff. And then once that was all stocked up, we're heading into the bathroom so I can tidy it up a little bit and pack up my toiletry bag. And if you are watching the screen, you may notice that that top shelf is pretty stuffed up and cluttered up. So on my to-do list is to declutter that and organize it. And actually my next video is going to be a throwing everything out before 2026 video. Or, I mean, not literally throwing everything out, but we are going to be getting rid of a lot. And I just want to make sure that everything in our home going into the new year is stuff that we actually use and need and want to have. So now I'm just adding my toiletry bag and a couple other essentials into my mini weekender bag from Bays, and then bringing everything downstairs to the front door so that when Tim gets home, all we really have to do is load up the car. To be honest, this isn't even everything. After I stopped filming, I realized there were like more baby things and another bag of stuff that I had to bring out like 5 minutes before we were supposed to leave. I realized there was still milk in the fridge that I either had to freeze, use, or take with us, and I decided I was just going to freeze it. So this was me pouring it into freezer bags and labeling that so that we can continue adding to our freezer stash, which isn't huge, but I definitely am proud of the stash that we've kind of grown so far. So if you watched until this part, comment a milk emoji. And I will have my Mom Life Clean With Me playlist linked at the end of this. So if you are still got some stuff to do and you want to keep being productive together, you can check that out. And I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, love you, bye.